Good banter. That's some good banter. Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Good Banter.
We are flying, Timmy.
First of all, right off the bat, a big apology to everyone that's tuning in, desperately wanting to find out, did Tommy get picked in the twos? How did he go if he did get picked? Is he still alive?
Do a hamstring. What did he do?
Did he tear it off the bone? Did he bloody get knocked out by an 18-year-old?
Look at everyone's dick in the shower.
What happened?
Did you? Would you?
Would I?
Yeah.
I would.
That's good. I miss that.
I couldn't.
I miss
because
yeah.
Because
yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right.
We're pre-recording. It isn't. The problem is because you're doing your festival show coming up. We didn't know when we were going to be able to catch up.
Yeah, next week's going to be a bit of a shit show.
Yep.
So 23, we just finished recording 23.
Yes.
Just then. So we're doing 24 now.
So apologies.
Apologies.
If you've emailed, if you've hit us up, Big D, if you've fact-checked
and again,
anything.
And again, other look lesser podcasters would have just said, "No, let's try and pull the wool over the eyes of our listeners." Not us. Fuck that.
We're honest.
We're honest. So that's where we're at. So apologies if anything big's happened during the week. We're not mentioning it.
Who knows? I might have died. But
I hope so. Well, if you did, if you did, this will be quite nice for your family to look back on.
Thanks for everyone. I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Yeah, so look, hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, so anyway, so we're not going to obviously talk about the game because I haven't played in it yet. We're obviously not going to talk about any gigs because they haven't happened yet.
They haven't happened. No. Basically, what happened is I went and got an apple. We watched a bit of maths.
Yeah, my wife's watching reruns of maths.
Tammy.
She offered you an Easter egg. You said no.
I'll have an apple, and I'll raid the cupboard when you go to bed. And take them home with me.
And that got a bit of a laugh from Tam.
And I tried to piss all the shit off the bowl.
Did you?
There's a fair bit in there.
Yeah. So
it wasn't really stuck on. I think it's pretty fresh.
That's because I think when they design a toilet, they do it for an adult bumhole. So the bumhole drops into the water.
But little kids,
bumhole, their bumholes
drops on the side.
It drops on the side. And that's why when you got kids, there's shit caked
everywhere
along the front of the inside of the bowl. So
I guess as well, there's shitters at music festivals. That's from the pingers.
That's from just blasting pingers.
I don't
shit
think that's kids.
But
some of it gets above the toilet seat, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, I remember once seeing just walking into the toilet at a festival and just opening the door, and it was like someone had filled a super soaker with shit and just sprayed it. Like, I don't know how they did this.
That would be hard to do.
They must have. I really feel sorry for
Remember
them.
how you used to screw off the bottles? And
yeah,
that would be hard. You'd have to sort of almost funnel it in there.
Yeah, I'm not saying they did. I'm saying that's the sort of look at...
and I took it a little further. I probably went a little in depth.
And I just remember thinking, I wonder if that poor person went home after that. Probably not. They were up and about.
But they had shit down their leg, but they didn't care.
No. Remember the she peas?
Yeah, they were big.
They were huge.
I mean, not for me, but they were big. The big day out. They were. How did they work?
Well, they worked. They used to just hand them out at the festivals because one of the problems with a festival, guys are just pissing everywhere, like pissing behind trees, especially when it gets dark. Just get down on one knee, do a pee. But the girls are queuing up.
That rhymes.
Get down on one knee, do a pee.
That could be a thing.
If we do sell merch,
patent that?
If we do sell merch, that's our first T-shirt.
What does it say it again?
Get down on one knee and do a pee.
No, I think you added a word there. Get down on one knee, do a pee.
Get down on one knee.
I reckon that's good. Should we maybe hit us up? Should we do merch?
Should we do merch?
I reckon we should do some merch.
It's an idea. So
maybe we could do our own little sheepies.
Our little sheepies, yeah. little good banter sheepies. Anyway, they were just this little box thing, like how would you describe it? About the size of a pipe.
Well, pipes come in a lot of sizes there, Tom. And the way you described it, you've got me fucking confused.
Like
there's 50mm pipe, there's 20mm pipe, there's...
I meant like an old man's pipe that you fill with the tobacco.
Okay. Okay,
Because I thought
but
a
you
similar
stuff
sort of the stuff
shove
that I haven't
the
seen one of them for a
tobacco
while.
into.
Yeah.
No, they used to stink.
Remember my dad had one that was his dad's, and we used to have it sitting there, and I used
That's
to
nice.
pop it in have a little puff every now and again with nothing in it, but just as a kid, used to,
Wasn't smoking you? Did you ever steal your parents' cigarettes? Remember?
oh yeah, fuck, they had no idea. Never. Maybe they did.
Maybe they did. The nicotine stained fingers. I swear I didn't smoke 50 cigarettes this morning.
Yeah, I never was a huge smoker.
I didn't get right into it. Gave me head spins. Still does if I have a little puff.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. But anyway, so the sheep pea was this little cardboard box. You use it once.
Like a pipe.
About as long as a pipe. And
Smoker's pipe.
And just and a girl would be able to pull her pants down. Pull her pants down?
Well, she's not going to probably keep them
pull her
up.
pants down and stand, put it between her legs, and it would her wee would fall into this little box, and the box urine would go down the box, and it would have a hole at the end, almost like a penis.
And you could just tip it on someone.
And you would just wee, and she would just stand there at the urinal.
So it's like she's got a penis.
It's like she's got a penis. It's a female penis type thing. And you'd walk into the toilets, into the men's toilets at the big day outs.
And she's urinating into the urinal.
There'd just be girls standing there pissing in the urinal.
That's great.
Fucking great idea.
I reckon there should be more of it.
It was only hung around I remember a couple of festivals, it was a big thing. And
it was huge.
I'm sure nowadays, imagine the only girls would use it that were just off chops. Girls that mad fucking Irish birds and
they're
and
crazy.
girls that were off chops and didn't give two shits.
I'm just trying to think, how would you? Because it seems like sometimes if you see a girl urinate, like it always seems to go backwards if they're bent over.
It sort of makes that
like a fire hose.
Yeah,
it's like they're putting out a fire.
Yeah, but they seem to work.
They do seem to work. I just I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
not in a kinky way, but just
to
see it in a functional way. How does this work? Like a pipe?
Yeah, so hopefully the sheep pea makes it come. How did I get on the topic of sheep pea?
Because I mentioned about shitting, peeing the wee off. And
pissing the shit off.
Well, the thing is, you just got to...
Isn't that a good feeling? Pissing a bit of poo off the bowl.
Great, especially one that's been there for a while.
Yeah,
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. And then 7 days later, gotcha. I mean, I could have used the toilet brush, but it's not as...
Toilet brushes are fairly rank.
Yeah, they are. You wouldn't want to... Yeah, toilet brushes aren't great.
No, but anyway, so we're going to have to tell some stories because
yes,
it's not a full episode and you grabbing an apple and pissing the shit off, although we nearly have.
We've done well.
So I'm going to tell a story, a little
shit story.
A little shit story.
This apple.
So I've been with the company I work at for nearly 20 years. And I
saw the van out the front.
The van's out the front.
I saw it from the city.
And I've done it all. So
big van.
I've worked in the warehouse. I've been a rep. I was national sales manager
CEO
for a while.
But then there was a scandal.
We used the term national sales manager fairly loosely. It was on my card, but I don't know if I was actually doing the tasks of a national sales manager. It made me feel good about myself. And then there was a little time where I was travelling overseas quite a bit.
Jet setter. Were you in business class?
Oh, no. But I've got short legs, so everything's a bit like business class to me.
Yeah.
And so, no, I wasn't in business class. So,
you forgot what you were going to say, weren't you?
So anyway, I'm going over to China for a bit. And you're often going over to China with people you didn't really know from other companies, other suppliers, and you'd sort of often be out for dinner.
You're brown-nosing, you're networking.
Not really. It's all pretty relaxed over there. Like, there's not a lot of that going on. It's pretty chilled. But you're doing a lot of eating out. A lot of every meal is an event. So it's just the way the Chinese operate. Like, they would never say, if you're with Chinese and they're factory owners, they'd never say,
"Come down.
You've got an hour. Just go grab a sandwich." It's like,
go down the wet market, get a bat.
Yeah, get a bat. Gnaw on a bat's head for a bit. But it was everything's an event. Even if you've just eaten 3 hours ago, you're going out for dinner. It's fucking crazy food. It's beers.
Do they have the lazy Susan?
The lazy Susan is working.
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah. I don't think it wouldn't be called Susan over there. The lazy
lazy hung Faye? Our Chinese culture's right up the shit.
So anyway, so you're often going out for dinner for the first time. You've met people, other Aussie people from other suppliers or from the company. So you're chatting away, and quite often it's a bit awkward. Not a great deal to talk about. But one topic that would often come up that would really bond everyone was shitting your pants and having horrific diarrhea.
Well, it's bonded our listeners.
It
here,
has,
I think.
because I think something about China, and everyone says you have diarrhea. Like, it's as simple as that, because you're basically, you get. Have I talked about this before?
No, not in China.
Not on this in China. But so anyway, so my first trip over there, everyone's saying to me, Tom, because I know I eat fucking anything. Yeah, and I'm a big eater. If it's in front of me, I eat it.
Wear a nappy.
Yeah. Everyone's saying, Tom, just be careful with what you eat. Just because you're gonna get day 2, day 3, you're gonna get the upset tummy. It's gonna be pretty. You're gonna be pretty crook. And I'm like, fuck, I'll be fine.
I've got this.
So, and everyone else is on for breakfast. So it's all you can eat breakfast. So you get up first thing, all you can eat breakfast. So and I see all the guys that have done it a million times.
It's not eggs and bacon though, is it?
Oh no, there's eggs and bacon. No, they're quite Western. Some of the joints we're at. So, but there's also a very Chinesey. So we're so all the guys that have been over there a million times before, they're all got their single bit of toast. They've got the bit of toast, light scraping of butter,
gotcha,
and they're eating that. Something a bit dry, something a bit Western, and I'm here eating fucking noodles and just anything they put in front of me. What's this shit? Fuck, I'll try that. And little dumplings and bacon. Fuck, I'll eat bacon. And
it's not the real Aussie bacon.
Oh, she's a long way away from the real bacon. So I'm just eating any shit. Go out for lunch. I'll eat that, and everyone's maybe go easy on that. Having the beers, and everyone's saying you're going to be shitting your pants very shortly. And I'm like, no, I got to steal. Anyway, I remember it was sort of the night of day 2, and we early in the piece, and
Tommy's still confident.
We've gone to this hotel, and I've gone for this drive, like about a 5-hour drive, and you just get in the car, they drive for 5 hours. You can't.
That's how 5-hour drives usually work, mate.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there, and the sphincters, like I'm starting to think I am going to shit my pants, and it's like highway the whole way, just trucks and cars, and like peak hour for 5 hours. And I'm going, this is no good, and I'm just feeling like shit. Can't even ask anyone how far we are from the hotel. Trying to read the guy's sat nav, it's making no fucking sense to me. So I've got there. It's the first trip to China. And I've said, all right, so we finally got to the hotel, and we're trying to, mate, just give me the keys. I've got to get to the hotel. I've got to get to my room. They're like, we need, your ID, passport. I'm like, oh, shit. So everyone said, well, do you want to go straight to dinner from here? I'm like, no, fuck, I've got to go to my room. All right, so I've grabbed.
Did everyone know you're in trouble?
Oh yeah, it was pretty clear. That in this van thing, there were a few other people sort of laughing at me.
Any little?
Oh no, there were no farts. A fart would have been fairly horrific. So anyway, so I've gone. All right, so here we go. So I've gone up these stairs into this room, and I've been in this. So first night in this hotel, I open the door, and it's one of those fucking hotel rooms. You know where you've got your little credit card type thing, and you've got to slot it into that. Yeah. Into that little green thing. Yes, so there's no lights. Until you've got to pop that in, and that gives power to the room.
Yes.
So you can't have telly, you can't have lights, can't have anything
without that card.
Without that little
card. That's amazing, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a great little thing.
Yeah, not a bad little feature. Just so people don't lose their
card
or leave the power on, probably.
That's probably right.
So anyway, so I've gone in just desperate, hands sweating, and I've already loosened the belt.
Ooh.
And so I've gone.
Did you get contractions? Like
you're
about to give birth?
Yeah.
To a
I'm
big,
all over the shop.
All
over the shop. So I've gone to put that little business card thing in that slot, and instead of slipping straight through, I kinked it and bent it, and it sort of worked as like a spring, and just went foom, and shot across the room as the door shut behind me.
Oh.
So door shut behind me. So I'm in a pitch black room. Oh. The card shot across the room. No idea where the done is. So I've started to walk forward.
Oh, hello.
And I've tripped, knocked the television over. So I've knocked the
Realised that
television
isn't the
off
toilet.
and I've pulled my pants down and I've just thought, oh no. And a split-second decision, I just thought, I'm not just going to shit on the floor. So
Do it
I'll
on the
just
telly.
keep my pants. I kept my pants up. No, not on the telly. Telly's fucked. I've knocked the telly.
Okay.
Telly's off. I actually heard it break, the telly.
All right.
So I've just
So
stood there in complete darkness, jeans around my ankles, undies up, and just
went for it.
and just stood there and shit.
Oh,
And it was just liquid shit going down my legs. And everyone, and you're probably thinking, oh, well, that's the end of it. But
It kept
that's
coming.
that's nowhere near it. Because
Well,
then I
you
had
gotta find
I
the
still had
key.
no idea where anything was. So I had to.
I
I'm
hope
down
it's
on
your
all
room.
fours. I'm down on all fours. There's a couple in bed.
Oh,
Honey,
honey,
who's that?
Honey, who's that?
I think someone's in our room, honey.
Room service. This is shit.
So I'm down on all fours, shit everywhere, trying to find this. Oh no! What I did, I thought I'm more chance of finding a toilet than I am of that little card.
Oh, I think so.
Yes, so
Just on
I got down on all knees.
sheer volume.
Yeah. So I've gone down. I reckon I was. A good 15 minutes. I was in pure darkness.
Was it smell? Was
And
it
when I
smell like?
finally, rank, just rank. So when I finally found this card, I popped it in. Lights come on. It looked like 15 people that had a party in there, and like
With shit in the super soakers.
just shit, and I had shit all over my legs. There was shit on the floor. Telly was smashed, and I've been in this room for fucking 15 minutes, and I fucking trashed the joint.
Who's this guy? I think he is some rock star. He's covered the joint in
It was
shit.
great.
Smashed the TV.
So I spent bloody 2 hours cleaning the joint up. Oh, it was no good.
How did you... The carpet night, what'd you do with that?
The carpet?
Yeah, you just rip it up.
No, I got a towel and tried to. Yeah, I didn't leave it in great.
White towel?
But I reckon, white
Oh,
towel.
always
And then
a white
tried to-
towel.
Always a white towel. But then tried to sort of wash that in the shower. It was no
That's
good.
not happening.
So I learned a lot from that trip. But I think I did. Yeah, a lot of people have a shit your pants story in China. So now going forward, I've almost felt like I was. I'd been accepted because the next day I got up and
Everyone goes, yeah, that happens.
how was your
mate.
night? Well,
Oh.
this happened. And, it
And
was
you
like,
did
yeah,
warn
welcome,
me.
Welcome to
I
the
thought
club.
I was a tough guy.
Yeah, but geez, there was some. We call them snapper issues over there.
Snapper.
I don't know why, but snapper issues. Like, because you don't snap them, I guess. Just falls out.
Just falls out.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a... Yeah, usually there's a chopper.
Chopper?
Sort of chops
I don't know. But
chops
it
off a
was,
solid one.
it was no good. So,
Nah, that's not good at all. That's not good at all.
you don't want to be pooing anytime you're pooing yourself over the age of 6.
Yeah, I've never really shit myself.
Haven't you?
I've urinated a bit.
Live a little.
I urinated in Vietnam.
Okay.
Me and Kristen, this is our first ever overseas trip.
Yep.
We'd been together. We'd been official for just about a year.
Okay.
And she thought, let's go to Vietnam, beautiful country. I thought, yeah, let's go. So she booked it all. Everything's great. And we sort of did, we had a couple of flights, but we did a few overnight buses
Okay.
and overnight trains. And I don't mind that stuff. It's a bit of an adventure.
Yeah,
She's a little more, I'm never doing that again. But I'm like, I thought it was a bit of fun.
Is there a shitter on the bus?
There was a shitter on the bus, but the problem was, and I'll do the preamble
Okay.
into what happened, because we're in Nha Trang, which is a backpacker town in Vietnam.
Good
Party.
fun.
Great fun. And we had about 2 hours to kill before this bus left, this overnight bus. So I said to Kristen, let's go. We'll have a drink and just let's have some fun. Let's go a bit crazy. We don't have to be anywhere. We've got 2 hours. So
Free as birds.
Free as a bird. And all our stuff was back at the bus depot, so we can just let loose.
Yep.
And we had those, those buckets sort of called buckets, and it's a mixture of all this.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Good
so
stuff.
we had handles on those. They're probably about yay big, bigger than a pipe.
What would you pay for a bucket?
Oh, I don't know what it was in Vietnamese dong. But it was pretty bloody cheap compared to what you pay in Australia.
Yeah.
So between us, in 2 hours, we've had like 14 buckets.
Jesus.
I had 12 of them.
Yeah. She's still sipping on
Kristen's still sipping like a lady.
Yep.
And I'd sort of got into a head that maybe because you know how people have got like a crazy story where they go overseas and they go, well, we missed our bus.
Yeah.
And we just woke up and we stayed the night. It was the best night ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's do that.
This
and
is
she's
our
like,
night.
yeah, this is our night. But she's very sensible. And she goes, we are not doing that. If that happens, I'm getting on that bus. I don't care what you do, but it's not going to be a great trip if you don't get on that bus.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to have a story.
Live in the now.
Live in the now. Like, and I spoke to her later, like a few days ago, and she goes, oh, that would have been fun. I should have just,
too late.
just too late now. It's almost 10 years ago. You buddy, whatever. So, and I've broken the seal. That's the problem. So I've done 3 or 4 pisses in that 2 hours of drinking the 12 buckets, and I'm blind.
Yep.
Like if I had to get to the bus by myself, I would have ended up in bloody China. I would have no idea. So she sort of walked me through. We ended up making the bus, and I'm still, when you're just that pissed, you don't know what's going on. Now we've got to get on the bus.
Yep.
Jump on the bus, and we're in the back seat, so it's a sleeper bus. So there's like
sleeper bus.
Yeah.
So you sleep on it.
Yeah, it's an overnight bus.
Oh,
so it's a sleeper bus, and there's 5 people in the back row. So we're laying down in this bus, so you can lean your seat back, so it's like a bed.
Okay.
So I get on there. I've been on there for 5 minutes, and I've got to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
I've got to go to the toilet, but the toilet's locked. They said, we're not going to open it up for about an hour until we get out of town.
Because the piss just falls out the bottom, does it?
I don't know, but people...
I'm thinking it was.
I'm thinking it probably does, yeah, and we can't drop it at the bus depot. So, so they do that, plus they don't want everyone to just piss in there and shit.
Yeah.
So give it a bit of time, overnight bus. Anyway, so I am busting. I'm like, I've got to go.
Yep.
There's 3, I'm saying Vietnamese people next to us, and I'm on the window seat, and I said to Kristen, I got to go. So she gave me a bottle, and I sort of, I've lent to my right hand side.
Yep.
And I've put the bottle down. I've pulled out me little pecker, which is about to explode.
Yep.
And I start weeing. I'm like, oh, that is so good. Oh, that relief when you just
it's nothing better.
I'm pissing for about 10 seconds, and I go, hang on a minute.
I'm going to fill the bottle.
I start shaking the bottle. I cut it off.
Yep.
I shake the bottle. I go, fuck, there's nothing in the fucking bottle.
Oh.
I've pissed all over the seat that I was laying in.
It's no good.
It's not great when you're 15 minutes into an overnight train, a bus, and Kristen's just like, you're sleeping in that? I said, okay, yeah, all right, no worries, okay. So I slept in. It was probably not much. It's just basically straight alcohol coming out.
It's still,
but it's not
just
great.
Cold.
Well, it was warm.
But it doesn't stay warm for long.
No, it doesn't stay cold. So there's a big piss patch on my bed.
I would have tried my luck and gone up to someone else and go, mate, I think you're in my seat. Could you have done that?
That's not a bad idea.
Try to swap seats with
when
someone.
You've sort of just pissed all in it and you're a bit drunk, you're probably not thinking logically.
And
morale's down.
Your confidence is low.
Confidence is pretty low when you've just pissed all over your seat. But that was Kristen took that pretty well. But I guess in the end, mate, it wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in a trang and just got a bloody hotel room for the night. Kept partying, but
that's on her, I reckon.
Yep, that's her fault.
an interesting bus story. We going for time here.
Yeah, mate. We're
We've gone fine. And this is a story that I have heard from a group. I wasn't actually there, but I've heard this.
I've got another few piss stories after this as well.
Oh, good. Would you want to?
Yeah. No. You go. Mix it up.
Well, it's
One,
not
two,
really
one, two. I like it.
It's not really a piss story. It's a bus story. So
Okay.
So this is and it's a story that I've heard from enough people that I believe that enough people that say they were there, and the person that happened to, I've spoke to him, that they've, because if you just hear it, you're going to say this is bullshit.
It's crap.
But
Made it up.
I've heard it firsthand from the person that it happened to. I've heard from people that are there, and anyway, school trip, not my school, another school trip.
Okay.
In the bus.
Isn't it great where you get a little school, like a rumour? You go, did this happen? What's going on?
Yeah,
Is it true?
there's no. If you were there, it was pretty hard to not know about it. If you're in the bus that day, I think they were going down to the footy. As a bit of a school
Up
trip.
country, obviously.
Yeah.
You're
So
a country
live in
boy.
Wodonga, going,
Dong.
and a guy's fallen asleep on the bus, and a bit of a sort of angle sort of thing. So he's obviously he's put the seat back, not like yours, just a normal bus seat. So it's gone back about 3 degrees. He's tried to roll over, and he's put his leg over himself and fallen asleep. And he's got, as men often do,
a boner.
He's got a traveller's fat.
Yeah,
and
they're so good.
They are the best.
They're
so so he's got this erection, and then he's woken up, and this erection, because there's erection. You know your own erection and how hard it is and the length. But this is
not much.
This was just full on. So it was really big, really hard as a rock, and it was changing colour. So it was.
So he had pants on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Who was saying? He knew it was changing colour.
He's obviously gone.
Well, he's gone. This is weird.
Yeah,
I've been on this bus for 3 days.
You'd know
Still got a boner.
You'd know if something was wrong, and he knew something was wrong. So it was just there's boners and there's what this was.
Weird boners.
Yeah. So, and he sort of put his trachea or whatever and looked
wow, you went there.
He's keeping it to himself at this stage, I think. He's not like flashing around going,
hey, guys,
check
out a purple cock.
Has anyone hey, Mr. Jenkins, what's going on with this?
There's 35 veins in this.
So he's sort of looking at it and going, something's
not right.
It's starting to go quite.
I used to be uncircumcised. Now I'm circumcised.
And, my foreskin is shot off.
It's on the window.
So and his penis is getting
bigger
and just swelling.
Wouldn't that be a good problem?
And it's blue. And it's starting to go like a dark blue. and he's going, what the fuck? And it's just getting harder and harder till it's starting to really throb and really hurt. And it's clear that something's wrong.
It's going to explode.
His penis is going to explode or shoot across the room, across the bus. So eventually, and fuck, if you imagine that happening to you as say a year 10 student, it would absolutely
brutal on the bus.
Imagine what point you would have to get to have to bring that to a teacher's attention that something's not right. So I think it's real. So he's gone to say he might have told his mate next to him that, look, this is.
Can you stop rubbing my leg?
Can you stop watching porn on your phone? It's really fucking doing my head in. So anyway, so he's eventually, I think he's told his mate, and they've agreed. We've got to tell.
He's had a look.
We've got to. Yeah, that is not a normal penis.
Up, Check out mine.
You, my friend, are on your own. I'm going to sit with Jenny.
Yeah.
You're. Anyway, so he's obviously told the teacher. They've got major issues. They're only
a tough conversation to have.
Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Jenkins.
I know this isn't sex ed, but can you
get a
explain
look
this?
Get a look at this.
Well, actually, I'm a PE teacher. I've seen a lot of those.
What are your thoughts on this little bad boy? And anyway, so they've decided it's not right because it's starting to really hurt.
All the blood's draining out of his head.
He's getting. They've got him in the back seat. His penis is taking up the hole. It's like all the kids are putting whale. It's like a whale.
Say at the end, licensed to carry 48 passengers and one massive penis.
His penis is smashing windows and shit. So,
instead of the red hammer, when you got to knock out the back window, he's just using his purple cock to knock it out. Oh,
so he's told the teacher. The teachers have got together and said, "That's right." So they've taken him to I think it was the Wangaratta hospital. So they've gone off the highway and taken him to the
school excursion,
to the hospital, and just dropped this poor kid off. Probably one of the teachers had to stay with him, and he had to stay at the hospital. And the legend goes, and it has, I think about it quite a bit.
I bet you
because legend has it that the angle he was on.
Yes.
So the way an erection works is the blood goes in, blood comes out. Blood goes in, blood comes out. Blood goes in, blood comes out. But the way he was sitting, he'd blocked.
Blood couldn't go out.
Blood couldn't go out. A lot of blood going in.
Blood goes in.
Zero blood going out. Just meant blood. So it was just like a.
It was a throbbing cock.
Like a water balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A water balloon.
With no out. And it was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that, look.
Just crossing my legs for anyone listening.
Yeah, so
trying to get an erection.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
Anyway, it's an interesting little.
So
enough people have clarified that. I know a lot of people are probably listening going, this is bullshit, but enough people have told me that it's true that I believe. Enough people I believe.
You wouldn't really make it up, would you? You'd say, I was on the bus. Yeah. And even if you weren't, some people, when some people go, yeah, I was on the bus.
Yeah.
Probably about 600 people going, I was how big was the bus?
Yeah.
But if you're first hand and you don't forget having to go to a hospital in high school high school.
And the people that were on the bus wouldn't forget. Like, why is
I don't think you would. Why is Johnny
getting off? Is it anything to do with that 8-foot throbbing black cock that's hanging out of his pants?
And the fact well, there you go. I think maybe Big D, you can follow that up.
Yeah, Big D, there's something for you.
Find that, but there you go. Well, that's interesting. That's a great story.
It's an interesting story.
Great story. And so, do you know the guy?
Yeah, I do. No, look, I don't want to name him.
No, I don't name him. But that's so. I hope your cock's all right, mate.
Yeah, well, it was a long time ago, and
I'm sure.
So I don't know what the doctors did. Maybe just gave it a little flick.
Cold spoon. I heard that's the go.
Back in the army days.
Yeah, that's right.
In the military days.
Well, have I ever told you? I mean, not about my throbbing cock, but no, the time I got reported, I mentioned I had another urinating story.
I have heard this story, yes.
Yes. I got reported in 2002. I was playing in a practice match for Port Melbourne against Springvale.
In the VFL, so good footy.
And I was playing seniors.
Wow.
Practice game.
Okay,
I was still there. I'd hardly. So what happened was hot day out at Moorabbin.
Always is.
Big hot day at Moorabbin. It was in March. It was practice game. And me and my good mate Fibber, Benny Fibbs.
The defibrillator.
Hello, mate. The defibrillator. I like that. We never called him that.
The defib.
We just called him Fibber. That's a pretty boring nickname.
Oh.
But we had a little bit of action in the first half, but hot day. We're on the bench. We're on the bench in the third quarter. Okay. And you know it's like when it's a hot day in March, you're on the bench. You go, I'm about to be out there, so you're drinking water. You're getting it in there. You're getting it in there. Getting hydrated. Now, problem was, like I mentioned, the 12 buckets before. Like, again, I've got to go. I've got to piss.
There's only so much you can drink before you need a piss.
That's exactly right. You're going to explode and get an 8-foot cock. But what happened was our rooms. It's a bit hard to explain to the listeners. Our rooms are at one end of the ground. Sorry, our rooms are at one end.
Yep.
But our bench was like probably the whole length of the ground.
Yeah,
the other way.
The Moorabbin ground?
Yeah, Moorabbin.
Yeah. I know the ground well.
So our bench was like down the bottom end of the ground. Our rooms were at the top end. So they're a good 300 350 metres
And what
away.
beautiful rooms they were. Pretty rank.
They were very
Yeah.
rank back at the time.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So the thing is, we're busting, but you can't run back to the rooms because what if the senior coach says, get Hocking on. We need someone to make a difference in this game. We're getting flogged.
Yep.
Get Hocking on. We need some impact. We need a big red-headed dude with a bloody bit of get up and
with
go.
a bladder problem.
A bladder problem.
Yep.
Can we get, what's he doing? Tell him to have a piss before he gets on there. So we couldn't do that. So what we had to do, me and Fibber go, let's go for a run around the boundary. We run around the 50-metre line. We get past the goals, run past the goals, go to the far side of Moorabbin to where the 50-metre line is with the boundary.
Yep.
And there's no one over that side.
Yep.
Practice game,
Yeah,
far side at Moorabbin, and we do the old hip flexor stretch.
Yeah.
We do that. You've done that.
Many times.
I'm sure a lot of listeners have done the hip flexor stretch where you just hang it out, the bottom of your shorts, and you pretend you're doing a hip flexor stretch.
No one can see.
No one can see, mate, especially not my little fella.
And if you do see it, you turn a blind eye.
You turn a blind eye, and you just go, that guy's got issues. So we did the wee, did the piss, ran back round, and we didn't get back on the ground. But we've nothing. Fourth quarter starts. I'm in the forward line. I'm in the bloody square.
Yep.
And the umpire, before the game starts, the fourth quarter, before he bounces the ball, he runs to me mate Fibber, who's at half forward. And I just hear Fibber go, oh, you're fucking joking, aren't you? I go, wonder what's going on there. And then he runs down to me and goes, I just want to let you know that you've been reported for misconduct, for urinating on the ground. I said, what? Are you serious?
Jesus.
So I'm like, oh, God. So I got that running through my head. Play the fourth quarter. Game finishes. And all right. I'm reported for it. But it was at a time where, like, in the AFL, a lot of AFL players.
It was a bit of a thing for a little while.
I remember Stephen Credihook did it in the huddle.
Yep.
Whatever. But we thought, oh, God, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? And apparently the goal umpire, female goal umpire, reported us. She saw. I don't know.
I used to do it all the time in the huddle.
Yeah, where no one can see it.
Yeah.
And I don't reckon anyone could have seen this. She would have had to have binoculars. To see this. But anyway, on Sunday, I get a call from someone at Port Melbourne saying that you've got to come in for a meeting on Monday night and explain yourself.
Jesus.
So I've rung Fibber. I've gone, Jesus Christ, man, what's going on here? Are we fucked? What's going on? He goes, fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. So we go into the Rex Hotel in Port Melbourne.
Yep.
And we walk in and we're shitting ourselves before me and Fibber are going, fucking hell, are we going to get the ass? What's going on?
Yep.
We walk into Peter Saltry, who's the president. Scary man.
Yep.
Scary man. The GM, maybe Barry Kidd, a few other head honchos. And we just sit down like we're a bit sheepish. And he goes, all right. Saltry goes, explain yourselves. And so I told that story exactly as it was.
Yep.
And they go, oh, that's it. I said, yeah, that's all we did.
Yep.
He goes, fuck. He thought we just fucking stood up and pissed on the fence like we were giving each other a golden shower.
Okay.
Like, so he's got the wrong advice. He just heard that we were pissing. He thought we'd pissed all over the fence or just pissed in the middle of the ground. Yeah. He goes, geez, nah. No, that's okay. You still got to go to the tribunal and whatever. But, geez, I tell you, if I'd have found out what it was, you would have been, buddy, thrown out of here quick smart, you know. It was like, Jesus Christ, we were shitting ourselves.
So is he on your side or what?
Well, at first he wasn't because he's like, we basically had to tell him what was going on. And he said, he was going to go, mate, you guys would have been out of the club quick smart. And mind you, 2 weeks earlier, Peter Philandia had, he got reported for misconduct.
Biting someone's nuts.
He bit Chad Davis on the balls.
Well, who did he play for?
Chad Davis was at, we played him at.
Who did Peter Philandia play for?
Peter Philandia was playing. He was captain of Port Melbourne.
Oh, fuck. So he set a fairly low bar for misconduct.
Well, that's exactly right. But they said, no, this is bullshit. We're going to support Plunger. That's his nickname. We're going to support Plunger all the way.
Yep.
This and that. This is crap. And basically, I remember seeing it. Like, it's almost like they were doing it was in a tackle. They got wrapped up, and Plunger just goes.
Yeah, I remember the.
He's like Dogman.
I remember the footage.
I remember the footage. We'll maybe get the footage up. We'll
It
put it on
wasn't
the
much. It's pretty hard to deny.
the Instagram. Well, and Chad Davis, you just see him go. He bit me fucking balls.
Yeah,
he bit me fucking balls. And Plunger comes up. He's got a fucking mouthful of testicle and shit.
Pubes. He's got pubes. Mouthful of pubes.
Sack. He goes, "Oh, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything." But but they said, "Oh, we're going to back him up. We're going to back him up." And like me and Fibber, we're like, "We're going to get kicked out of the club." What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I think it says something about your social status at the club. If they've turned a blind eye to someone biting someone's testicles, then you're going to get kicked out for doing a piss.
For doing a piss, like it's a hip flexor stretch. Well, that's exactly right. When you're a little 20-year-old kid,
Yeah.
Peter Philander is an AFL player and captain of the club, and he was a good fella as well. But
Was he? Good bloke?
yeah, great bloke.
Just
Great
like
bloke. One of the
biting-
funny things
like
he did,
biting balls.
he just loved balls, mate.
Yeah.
He was a terrier.
Not on his own there.
Yeah, but what happened was he had to do a review because he was a captain during the season. He did a review of one of the games, and all right, so we've got to be better at this, got to do that. You've got to be better at this, and then at the end he just goes, quickly though, I just want to show a video of just make sure if you ever caught behind, the advantages of playing from behind, and he just showed this porno of some guy making love to this woman doggy style. And we've just gone, oh, God. I mean, it's obviously a different time.
It's a different
time, but that was pretty funny. But then we've had to go to the tribunal.
That would have got a big laugh from the boys.
Oh, they got a great laugh. Yeah, I mean, a few blokes got a bit too into it, and it's all good. But so we had to go to the tribunal on the Tuesday after the meeting.
Yep.
And you felt like a bit of a rock star because we went to training first, and the tribunal was at the MCG.
Oh, nice.
So I know.
I would have bloody shit on the ground if I knew I was going to get a trip to the G.
Oh, it was so good. On a Tuesday, we had a player's advocate, someone from the club. We wore our polo shirts.
Yep.
And our slacks,
Nice.
and me and Fibber are like, wow, this is pretty cool,
Yeah,
even
really
though
cool.
we're probably in the shit. So we get to the MCG, and we get word that they go, oh, the Herald Sun have got wind of it. So it was a big thing, and they thought, oh, the photographers and the reporters are coming down. And me and Fibber looked at each other and go, this could be our moment.
This is good.
This is great. We're like, because then the advocate and the tribunal go, we're trying to hurry it up. I said, no, push it back. Yeah. Push it back. I want to get me mug in the bloody paper.
Bloody oath.
They ended up rushing it through. And what happened? We get to the tribunal, and it's pretty scary because you got all these people. It's a big thing. Yeah. And we basically, again, had to tell them so the umpire, the female umpire's there as well.
Yep.
And we had to explain what happened. So it was exactly the same thing. We said we ran to the other side of the ground, did a hip flexor stretch.
Did the piss.
It was all good. And the people in the tribunal go, so at any stage did you expose yourself to the goal umpire? We said, no, we didn't do that. And they asked her, and she said, oh, no, they didn't expose themselves.
Yep.
So she didn't say anything, but she just saw us pissing, reported us, and in the end, we just got a one match, a senior match payment fine.
Okay.
Yep, for a practice game.
$30.
Well, actually, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too. The problem was I didn't play a senior game for the rest of the year, so I was basically. And then the first few weeks, you got to pay off your jacket. You got to pay off your jumper, your socks, and all that stuff. I didn't start getting paid at Port Melbourne until fucking finals. So,
Jesus, that's rough.
So that was rough, but it was a bit crazy.
It's a good yarn.
It's a good yarn, and it's one that Dad doesn't like being reminded of, though, because he was at Mooroolbark Footy Club at that time.
Oh, he was copping a bit.
Oh, people were copping shit, because there is a little write-up in the paper.
Good.
Which I have to. I still would have loved the photo.
Yeah.
There's a little write-up. So me and Fibber, that was our. You don't say claim to fame.
That's
Do we have? I know this is gone. We're going 43 minutes.
We're gone.
I'll save. What I'll do, I'll tell another urinating story from Port Melbourne days next week.
Next
week.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll make a note of that.
Yeah.
So
we don't want to.
That was good. That was
a good ep.
Yep, that was good. So,
we're getting a bit longer with the eps.
That's what I think is because we're getting better,
getting better.
Just getting a bit big heads.
Big heads. Yeah, liking the sound of our own voice.
Yep, that's good. But hey, get on the Good Banter Instagram page. Follow it. Tell your friends about it. And also subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Go Apple. Give it a rating and a review because there's a lot of big podcasts out there. And, you know, they people keep posting, they brag and that, we're number one podcast. Blah, 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 blah. We're so cool. Well, make us cool. Give it a rating. Tell your friends about it. Let's get the downloads pumping. Oh, yeah, we've got 57 ratings.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. And they're all good.
Yeah, good.
So that's good. So remember the Really Good Banter email, reallygoodbanter@gmail.com. Hit us up. We'll get onto anything that we've missed. Like I said, we've pre-recorded this. And YouTube. Get on YouTube. If you like sort of looking at us talk shit, you know, maybe put it on in the background. Get our views up. Because that pumps it up.
They're low.
They're very low. They're very low. Twitter, we're on Twitter. But just hit us up if you're enjoying it. And, hey, thanks for tuning in. And tell your friends about it. I think I've already said that. I'm all over the joint. I'm all over the road.
All over the shop.
It's good.
Episode 25 coming up next week. The quarter century. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, baby.
Woo. Good banter.